He was content with the simple life he had. Yemi began to feel that kindness alone was not enough for her. She wanted more. After ending things with Tayo, Yemi met Adebayo, a handsome, wealthy man from the city of Ibadan. Adebayo had all the riches and respect. Long time ago, in a quiet village named Ife, there lived a young, beautiful princess named Yemi. Yemi was famous for her beauty, so much so that people said she sparkled brighter than the stars in the sky. But Yemi wasn't only known for her beauty, she was also one of the richest people in Ife. Her father, Oba Akin, had been a great trader who traveled to many faraway lands, bringing back treasures and goods from everywhere he went. Oba Akin was loved by all because he was kind, fair, and helped anyone in need, rich or poor. Before he passed away, he left everything to Yemi, hoping she would continue his good deeds. But Yemi had a different view. Since she was born into wealth and never lacked anything, she valued riches more than anything else. She believed only a man with more wealth and power than her would be worthy of her love. Yemi's mother, Iya Morayo, often tried to talk to her, saying, "My daughter, money is not everything. Love, respect, and kindness are more important in marriage." But Yemi only laughed. She was sure she needed a husband who was richer, more powerful, and respected more than anyone else in the village. In effect, people noticed that Yemi rarely smiled at those who weren't as wealthy as she was. She only spent time with other wealthy friends and held grand feasts where she would wear the most beautiful clothes and display her treasures. People often whispered, "Will Yemi ever find a man who is rich and powerful enough for her?" One day, during a big festival, Yemi met Olumide, a wealthy trader from another village. Olumide was known for his riches and sharp mind. He was charming and wore clothes that showed his high status. The moment their eyes met, Yemi thought, "This is the man I have been waiting for." Olumide was also taken by her beauty, and they spent hours talking about their travels, business, and dreams. Not long after, Olumide proposed to Yemi, and she happily accepted. Their wedding was the talk of the village, full of rich colors, music, and laughter. People danced and celebrated for days. Yemi felt she had found the perfect man. For the first few months of their marriage, Olumide showered Yemi with gifts and they lived in a grand house filled with beautiful things. But soon, things began to change. Olumide traveled often for his business, leaving Yemi alone for days, sometimes even weeks. Though Yemi enjoyed the luxury around her, she began to feel lonely. She wanted Olumide to stay with her, but he would say, "Yemi, I must work to keep our wealth growing. Trust me to take care of things." When Olumide left, Yemi tried to keep busy. She hosted even bigger gatherings, invited her rich friends, and showed off her wealth. But the loneliness inside her only grew. She wanted to be important in her marriage, to have control over decisions, but Olumide was focused only on business. One day, when Yemi was out in the village, she met Tayo, a simple but kind man who worked as a farmer. Tayo was not rich, but he was warm-hearted and always willing to help others. He treated Yemi kindly, listening to her thoughts and giving her attention. For the first time, Yemi felt she was being heard. Tayo brought her small gifts like freshly picked fruits and flowers from his farm. He would cook her favorite meals and spend hours just talking to her, unlike Olumide. Yemi felt loved in a way she had never felt before, and for a while, she was happy with Tayo's kindness and love. Tayo moved into Yemi's house, and though he didn't have wealth to offer, he worked tirelessly to make her comfortable. He cleaned, cooked, and did everything he could to make Yemi happy. Yemi loved this new feeling, being the one in control, and she felt like a queen. But soon, Yemi started to notice that Tayo had no big dreams or ambitions. He was content with the simple life he had. Yemi began to feel that kindness alone was not enough for her. She wanted more. After ending things with Tayo, Yemi met Adebayo, a handsome, wealthy man from the city of Ibadan. Adebayo had all the riches and respect she desired, and they quickly fell in love. Adebayo treated her like a queen, giving her fine clothes, jewels, and even taking her to meet important people. For a while, Yemi felt like she had everything she had ever wanted. But as time passed, she began to take Adebayo's love for granted. She stopped helping him, forgot to say thank you, and treated him more as a servant than a husband. One day, Adebayo's mother, a wise old woman, spoke to her son. My child, love is a gift and respect is its heart. A partner should care for you just as much as you care for her. Adebayo was saddened by his mother's words, realizing that Yemi's heart had no space for kindness or humility. Not long after, a heavy flood hit the village of Ife, washing away many homes and treasures. Yemi's grand house and her fortunes were nearly gone. With no money and no riches left, Yemi and her mother moved into a small, simple hut. Now, for the first time, Yemi had to depend on the kindness of others, many of whom she had once ignored. The villagers shared their food with Yemi, helped her rebuild her small home, and treated her with kindness. As Yemi saw their selflessness, she began to think about all the good things she had once taken for granted. While working to help rebuild her life, Yemi met a quiet, thoughtful man named Femi. He wasn't wealthy, but he was kind-hearted and wise. Femi wasn't interested in riches or fame, he simply wanted a life filled with peace and love. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Bye.